Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your What's Cracking for the 21st of January. Okay, I sort of found a couple of other decks when I was shuffling through yesterday, so I'll do the What's Cracking reading with the Cosmic Tarot, and then I might do the Rider-Waite for the other reading today. Firstly, thank you. Oh, nice, the Strength card jumping out here. So you're being asked to conserve your strength for something at the moment. I can't remember what I was going to say. I'm so fickle. My mind just goes in one, gets ready to say something, and then I suppose it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I want to just say thank you to everybody for your support. I know I've been a little bit lax with the channel this last couple of weeks while I'm moving house and everything, but I'll be all back in order very shortly and back on board. Moving house is not the most pleasant thing to do, and now I have to look for something new, and then I have to face moving again. So I know many of you have been through that and understand, but I do appreciate, oh dear, Eight of Swords coming out here. There's a lot of anxiety around people at the moment. I've been talking to people about these transformations, about the dreams that have been coming through, and the general feeling of, you know, things not being in order. But it's about taking it, about accepting that we're all going through changes and just flowing with it. Don't resist it. Don't fight it. Don't see anything bad in it. Just go with the flow. Okay, using the Cosmic Tarot, 21st, I think I've done all that. Okay, so I have the Queen of Pentacles coming out first. So the Queen of Pentacles represents the Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This is the energy of a person who's highly organized, is very, very good at running things, households, you know, nurturing others. She is the wife of someone in the zodiac. So you could be dealing with a wife here or a partner. You could be dealing with someone at work who's very strategic, highly planned and organized. But you could be dealing with this person here. The Seven of Pentacles is behind that. So the Seven of Pentacles is around trying to manifest. It's planting seeds for your future. So I feel like there's sort of a lot of planning going on here, perhaps trying to see how you want to move forward, putting your life in order. You can hear my daughter's dogs out there. She's got two staffies. As soon as they hear me up, they start playing. There is a feeling here that you're trying to plan for your future, trying to plant seeds. The Five of Cups is here as well. So maybe it's been a time where you've been sort of locked back in the past and unable to see forward. And I feel these cards sort of denote this energy of trying to put things in place and move forward. I do have the Princess of Pentacles behind that. So there's some sort of offer coming in very, very quickly with this Eight of Wands. The universe is changing something up for you here. And I think somehow or another, intuitively, you know this is happening. Perhaps it's been a very sort of stiff, dark time for you, and you're feeling something is coming. So it's almost like there's preparedness here. Like you're getting ready to welcome in something new, something different coming your way quickly. All right, and in a big way. Okay, so for many of you, this is the Sword of Truth. This is about living in your truth. It's about having clarity and foresight about where you're moving. It's about forging your way forward. It's going into a new phase of life with and being able to see what you want. You know, sharpness. But it's mostly about living in your truth, being true to who you are, speaking up, communication. So we have that after the Hermit. So this says to me exactly what that little mini read was saying. Perhaps you've been through a time where you've been a little bit reclusive. You've sort of cut yourself off a little bit, maybe because of things that have happened, and you sort of stood back from the world. And what they're showing me is you standing behind a curtain here, ready to go out on stage. So something is about to happen here to move your life forward. Oh, maybe it's an offer from a water sign. I do have the Prince of Cups here. He is ready to make some sort of offer, some sort of love offer here. Now, this could be romantic, but the cup doesn't always have to be about romance. It can be about, you know, the announcement of something, a wedding, a christening, a birth. But there is some sort of offer here coming in. Okay, so we have the Judgment card coming in. So for some of you, this is something coming back around that needs to be resolved. Maybe that's why you feel this sense of being prepared, being ready for something, because you know it's coming round again. Oh, look at this. Then we have overlaying the Ace of Swords, we have the Ace of Wands. So a brand new start that's very passionate, but it's starting a different way this time. Perhaps before you tried to get something off the ground and it could have faltered, it could have failed, it could have just not taken off the way you wanted it to. And I feel that you're being given another opportunity, but because of that mini read, it's like this time you're ready, this time you're prepared, this time you understand what's going to happen. Perhaps you've had great insight into this. Perhaps your, elements of intuition and your emotions have told you that something is coming back around, but this time it needs to be done differently, because you're definitely doing it with passion this time. Five of Swords. So you may have walked away from something in the past that didn't work well. The Five of Swords talks to me about, sort of winning the battle, not the war. So something's still ongoing and you've sort of finished a phase of it, but it needs to be brought back in a very different way. And you've had to sort of end out the first way in order for something new to come in here. Okay, Four of Pentacles. So what we're doing here is we're letting go of what's happened the first time around. We're learning that we didn't get it right. We've learned from what we didn't get right. Whatever this is for you, it could be about, having an opportunity at a job. It could be having an opportunity at a relationship. Whatever this is for you, you did it the first time around and you did it with what you thought was integrity. You walked away from something that perhaps you've invested in and it didn't work well. And it's like this time you're approaching it with a very different set of ideas, a very different focus is what Spirit's saying. So now you're approaching it with much more passion, and you still have the clarity you had before, but this time you're coming at it from a different angle. And it needs you to do that because this offer is coming in differently to what it did last time. So whoever's making this offer may have made changes too. The Star is here. So it's sort of like it had to happen this way. I could ask the question of why, but I can't tell you why. Maybe the first time around you weren't ready. Maybe the first time around things weren't prepared the way. Maybe you weren't doing it with the right person, but something is coming in here differently. Oh, and then we have the Emperor. So some of you can be dealing with someone who you have a great deal of love and affection for. This can be a person who is very forthright, very outspoken. They're coming in with a lot of power here. They're really trying to take control of a situation. This could be your energy. You could have worked out that you need to be a little bit more, take on this energy of this Emperor a little bit more. Maybe you need to be a little bit more forthright. Okay, and then we have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is about stability. Now, for some of you, this could be somebody coming back to make an offer to you in terms of romance. For others of you here, this is about building stability in your life. This can be about giving a business another go, going into a workplace and giving a relationship another go, a family member another go. Actually, let's just go back and have a look at the mini story. For some of you, you may be dealing with an earth sign. It may be that you've been waiting for them to come back here, but certainly waiting for another chance at something. Feeling sad about something that didn't go right the first time around. And I feel now that you're being given this opportunity that's coming in quite quickly here. But I also feel that the universe is giving you this. So it's like perhaps you didn't do anything wrong the first time. You weren't incorrect in what you did. You did what you did with what you knew. And maybe this time around you've learnt something new. Maybe you're trying something differently. Maybe it's just you're more mature here than you were the first time around. But there's definitely something. What I want to say to you is I think a lot of you have let go of the first time round. So you've been able to sort of separate yourself from something, and you've been able to let go of the attachment that was there at the first time around. So maybe for some of you this is about love. Maybe it's that you've learned that attachment isn't love, and maybe that's what you've had to learn to enable this to come back around again. Oh, I've got one card that won't get up off the table here. What is that? Ah, I've got you pegged. Okay. All right. Oh, well, there you go, people. It's the card of why. After I said about the why. I can't tell you why. And then the universe has sent in the card why, which is the card of 31, I think. Yep. I was going to say I need glasses, then realised I'm wearing them. I cracked myself up. Okay. Why? This is about motives, driving intention, and the power of knowing the why. There is great power in understanding your motives right now. The Oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most important, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. The invisible why is the life force energy within the seed which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. So when I was asking why, that is why. Something is meant to be. Have a great day.